Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to read the IGETC certification requirements. So as we've talked about before, the IGETC is a great general education pattern to follow because it is accepted by both the UCs and the CSUs. And in some cases, it's also accepted by private institutions and out-of-state institutions. So it's the plan that's going to give you the most flexibility in terms of who may accept it. Now, the way that we read this plan, you will notice that each area tells us how many units or how many classes we have to complete within it. So if we look at area 1, you will see that if you are planning to transfer to a CSU, you have to complete 9 units by completing a course in all 3 groups. So in that case, I'd be completing 1 class from 1A, 1 class from 1B, and 1 class from 1C. If, however, I'm looking only to apply to UCs, I only need to take 2 classes, with 1 class from 1A and 1 class from 1B. In area A2, I need to take 1 course, and it will be from this list here, and this will more than likely come from my major. In area 3, you need to take 3 courses with at least 1 from group A and 1 from group B with a total of 9 semester units. So what that means is we need to take 1 class from 3A, 1 class from 3B, and then our 3rd class can come from either arts or humanities. So I will either have 2 arts and 1 humanities, or 1 arts and 2 humanities here. The next requirement is area 4, the social sciences. In this area, I need, again, a total of 9 semester units. So in other words, 3 courses from at least 2 disciplines. So that means I need to take 3 classes, but they cannot all come from the same subject. So if, for example, I plan on taking political science, I can not only have 3 political science classes here to meet this requirement. I need to have at least 1 other class from another subject. The next area is area 5, in which case we need to have 2 courses with a total of 7 to 9 units. 1 course will have to come from area 5A, physical science. The other course will come from area 5B, which is a biological science. And then we do need to meet this laboratory requirement. And this lab has to correspond with either the class we've chosen to take as a physical science or as a biological science. The last requirement is really just for the UCs, and it's what we call a proficiency requirement. And in this requirement, you do have to show that you have some proficiency in a language other than English. So this can typically be met if you've taken 2 years of the same foreign language in high school and received a C- or better. If you did not, you will notice that there are a variety of different ways you can meet this requirement. The second most common being taking a foreign language class with us here at Golden West College. Lastly, also not a requirement really of IGETC, but if you do intend to apply to CSUs, they do have a graduation requirement where you have to take a US history course and a political science course. So we often encourage students to take those classes while they're here and build them into their general education so they do not have to do it after they transfer. And so what this means is you would take either History 170 or 175 and Political Science 180. And what's great about this, as I said, is you can actually use these classes to fulfill some of your general education requirements. For example, in social sciences or in the humanities. Now here is where I want to mention, if you see a class listed in multiple areas, for example, that History 170, which you'll see here in the social sciences, and you will see here in the humanities, you can only use that class in one of the 2 areas. So if you take it, you will then have to take another class to meet that other requirement. And there you have it. That's how you read the IGETC.